or as I like to say, what is crack-a-lackin'? Here is a dent that we're going to go over. Guess what? Guess who's back again?
Hi there.
Joe Dent Evo.
Welcome.
Right? You can check him out at dentevo.com. You can check his website as well. That's what I just said, right? I meant the YouTube channel, the Instagram. So check out Joe. He's a good friend of mine. And again, we are pretty dang busy. John's over here doing a Mustang door. We're doing a Mach-E quarter panel. At least Joe's going to be doing that. I had an appointment here, but that got messed up. So we're just going to concentrate on this. We are going to, before we go into the repair, I think we're going to do the series like we did last time, a few different lives. But right now, this video is going to be about how do we price this repair. You can see that we took off the bumper to gain access. Now, what I did with this client is I said, listen, we think we're going to be within this range to this range, which we're going to reveal to you. But we need to do a discovery inspection, which that means is we got to pull off the door, the bumper, and we got to inspect to make sure that there's no paint damage here, there's no structural damage there, or anything else that we would have to do besides this main part of the dent. So Joe is going to pull out his MobileTech RX price assessment app, and we are going to get you a price on how much this would cost. This bumper is damaged though too, so that is going to be a total separate repair, but we're going to focus on the paint PDR process. Joe's already thinking about doing lateral tension, so this is something that we're going to do later on. Joe, take it away.
Yeah, so thank you, Mike. So again, we got another quarter panel. Like last week, we had the Rivian, if you remember, and then in this case, another complex, not as bad as that Rivian, but bad enough, mainly because it's a little bit deep and that edge is affected. So kind of push the edge in a little bit, and then we have a body line coming through here. So for a minute there, when I first looked at it, when the bumper was on it, Mike, I thought for sure something was backing up right, behind the panel there, because it's almost like a bump right here that occurred as a result of the impact. But we've since found out that there's pretty good access behind it. So by taking off that bumper, that allowed me to actually, you can show the viewers this. Some of the quarter panels, they have these really cool vent openings here. And then so if I just put my clip remover here and push that, it even says push right there, you see? That was helpful of Ford. So that moves out of the way, and that's nice.
You're pretty much wide open under there.
Yeah, and then when I reach in here, I can feel the dent actually behind it. So I can also feel the very edge where it comes out of 90 here. And so when it got pushed in, it also created a small dent on the edge on the inside here under that bracket there.
Yeah,
so,
under the flat part right here. Yeah.
Under the flat part there. So these are all things that we're going to be addressing to get that. Again, once again, the goal is factory spec, OEM condition, pre-loss condition, however you want to put it. But we want to go for how it looked before it got damaged. So if we can, or at least as close to it. And I think it's a good candidate for it. So in the meantime, what we're going to do in this first video is show how we price damage like this. You can see we got the light, our light reflection, our light source in place. So I'm going to grab my marker, Mike, and we're going to just mark out where we're going to put the the perimeters of the dent.
Yep. With the light reflection, you can see exactly where it starts. That's what Joe's doing. He's marking that just to give, hey, this is where we're at right here.
Let me know if I'm in your way, Mike.
No, you're not.
It kind of peaks out right here, displaced metal.
When he's done drawing, I'll show you kind of like how we would see it in the reflection. Okay.
Yes,
so,
all right.
This is the outline of how it goes out towards. So you see the drawing. That's how much further it stretches out, and it follows that shock wave. Basically, it comes out all the way to that area right there. So in diameter, that's size-wise.
Let's measure it out.
Let's measure it, right?
All right. So this is a price guide. So we are just We have a little
about 10
index here,
inches,
8,
right?
yep, and then 9, 10. So we're in the 2-inch or 10-inch range. And then we've got, so we're gonna put, so we have a couple other factors here, all right? Number one, it's a little bit deep on that edge there. We know it's gonna be very resistant, so we do charge a little more for depth. We pretty much, we measure them, as far as depth goes, we measure them as shallow, medium, or deep. And this is deep. And then we've got an edge that we're dealing with, this right here.
Yep.
Okay, we've got great access, but we are gonna start with glue pull because we're gonna be able to pull cleaner a lot of that metal out of the way. Carefully, of course, on this edge. We wanna be real careful with these edges because you know, we did inspect it for, and that's one thing about having the light out and doing this assessment right now, because it's more than just figuring out the price. We're also figuring out, is it a good candidate to begin with? But also we're looking for any signs of fractured paint or clear coat on this edge here, because anytime they get hit here, there's a lot of times that happens. So we want to check for fractured paint. I don't see any, even with the light on it.
Put it underneath and draw. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, you do see an indentation in the flat spot of the metal.
So yeah, there's an indentation right about there.
Yep.
Underneath, like right there. So, but the paint looks like it's in great shape. We still have to be really careful when we're pulling on it. But the advantage of using glue pull, even though we have such great access here, is we can get that metal starting to move by getting nice wide soft pulls on it. And then once it starts to take shape, the general shape, then we can go in behind and gently craft that metal back out with some heat and with some lateral tension on it. And which leads me to you know, the other factors that we're going to be using. So we mentioned glue pull. So we'll put GPDR, glue PDR, glue paintless dent repair. And then we've got lateral tension.
What about close to the edge or body line? Or
Yep, so we do have body line because we do have this arch. We're going to be resculpting right here. So good eye, Mike. Good eye, mate.
Good eye, mate.
So we'll put body line. So these are all factors, okay? These are factors that determine the difficulty of the repair. You know, you get those little door dings, you know, one right here, shallow, glue pull. That's not going to be as much. You know, we'd be like $250 to $300 just to pull a little glue pull dent, shallow dent right there. This is going to be a lot more. This is going to be equivalent to almost close to body shop price. But the advantage is for the person who wants to preserve their original paint. They don't want to repaint this whole quarter panel, which what happens, Mike, when these get repainted? It doesn't just get painted here.
No.
They paint all the way over here.
And the door.
And then they do what's called a blend. And that's to try and match the paint. Even the best body shops are going to get, even if they can get that paint to match close, they are going to also have to paint the adjacent panels. And they do that to trick the eye. Because otherwise, if they just paint this, especially on a metallic,
you're going to see the color.
there's a lot of variations in that color. And so if they just paint this, you're gonna notice a difference between these, a contrast
Don't
between
forget,
those
they're
two.
going to take probably that trunk off. They're going to detrim everything. They're going to take out the windows right there so they can paint and blend so there's no marks there. They're going to go through the whole 9 yards on doing this. So, all right, Joe. So
All right, let's bring up Mobile Tech RX. That's our estimating software that we use.
How much is it going to cost?
Okay, so see if you can get that without reflection.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so you can see we got the car on there. It's a 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E. So we're going to go to Add Service. Go to Price Dent. This is what we use to determine the price. So I'm going to go to my pricing guide, the Dent Evo identifier. So right quarter, we would start at 175 for 1 inch. Okay, you can see when we add, if it was 2 inches, we'd be at 230. Okay, so this is our base. Where are we at? We're 10 inch.
Yep.
All right, so that's where it starts. Okay, remember we also mentioned it's a deep dent. Okay, now we're going to go to factors. and we have a body contour line that we're working through. We also have we're going to be doing glue pull. Okay, I already checked with a magnet to see if it was aluminum. Aluminum is much more stubborn metal. You would think it'd be softer like a soda can. It's not. It's a lot more rigid and difficult to work with. This is steel, thank goodness. So that works to our advantage. So we're not going to charge for aluminum. We're not obstructed because we have plenty of good access, but we are at the edge of the panel. Okay, and then we go all the way down here, looking through all these factors. These are all things that legitimately make this, determine the difficulty of each repair. So we do use lateral tension, so we are going to be doing that. So that puts us at $19.59 and change to repair this dent. Now, like Mike said, like you said, Mike, we're not focusing on the bumper. That's a different price, but usually we're about $150 to take that bumper off. So we would add $150. So it's over $2,000 to do this repair. But again, the trade-off is that you're preserving the original paint. And we're going to get this done today. It's one day.
Hold on a second. But another thing too, our clients, your client, my client, right? John's over there. Look at him working his way. The most important thing, I think, besides preserving the paint and the panel, is giving the time back to the customer. Right? This can be generally done in one day, sometimes 2 days. That is something that PDR techs, or we, didn't used to say it that much because we didn't realize how valuable time is, right? So good clients are like, yeah, give me my time back because I need my car back. Plus, you're going to preserve my factory finish, keep the vehicle off the Carfax, and make this look pretty much brand new again. So that is a huge selling point to our clients. That's why they come and have this done. And we're doing it right? We're not hiding anything here. We're showing you guys, the public, everyone, to see what's involved on here. So let's get back onto it here, Joe.
All right.
So now that we got that taken care of, what else you want to talk about in this thing? Do you want to do any kind of repair, or do you want to save that for the next video right here?
I think the next step is I'm going to get the lateral tension going. So that's a little bit, that's like watching the grass grow, So, well, this is actually the
that's
my
not
bridge
that's
pull.
That's the
this is a
Kiko,
it's called a
perpendicular kind of.
Yeah, it's Kiko K-beam. So
Yeah. That's the lateral tension.
I may end up using this.
Go ahead, Jeff. You can keep talking as I'm showing, but this. John had a big, this whole thing was smashed and a high spot beam going there. Joe set this up too as well. He was helping, giving John a hand when he wasn't here, just for fun. And then he set this up like this, and you can imagine a dent right here. And what it does is it pulls this area, that area, and it just snaps it. Most of the time it snaps metal back, but on some cases on stretch metal, it pulls it to where you can push it where it won't collapse. And it builds that rigidity back to the panel.
Also help you lay those highs down a lot easier.
Yeah, lays down those highs down and the pressure right there. So that's exactly what he's going to do here. Is he's going to put lateral tension here and here, and then glue pull, so it wants to come out much more cooperative than that. So, how is new hood?
Well, we'll do that.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, new hood. Anyhow. This, do you want to just, what would you like to do now? So.
Well, I'm going to prep the panel. Now that we know, so that was an important part because we didn't even look at this. We did check for access, but other than that, we didn't really look at all the factors involved until right now. So, so what I wasn't sure about was if I was going to use lateral tension. That's another setup, So before we do lateral tension, basically, in a nutshell, we glue a lateral or a nylon strap here and another one here. We place it, once that glue is dry, we place a device between those two straps, and it basically pulls the metal taut side to side, making, like what Mike said a minute ago, just makes that metal a lot more responsive and allows us to redistribute that metal back to where it was, much cleaner.
How about we talk? I'll talk a little bit. You set it up. Let's
Okay.
just do a couple stuff. Like you do this in real time, Joe.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no
We're
problem.
probably not going to show the whole process from start to finish, ladies and gentlemen. We'll probably have a part 2, maybe a part 3. as usual, but I'd like to at least get you guys into like what's involved. This isn't a wham bam, thank you ma'am repair by no means. It's very intricate, very, very involving, as you can see. So it's definitely an art. So here are some of the tools that John's using for this repair. What you using over here, John?
Using this guy to come in under here, and also from that
That's an
end,
old school
old
PDR finesse. So not PDR finesse. That's Dent gear.
Dent here, but Ultra makes the same thing
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah, but it's a little thinner on there.
And then Joe was using this earlier.
A
and I've
stand
been-
liner.
Yeah, using this little guy.
Yeah, they don't make this like. The one thing about stand liners, you see he uses it. It's not shiny or anything like that. You know, it's
It's all
good.
rusty.
Yeah, no,
It's all
good,
rough.
man. So that's a stand liner tool. What else we got, John?
That's all I've been really. So far, that's all I've been.
And just a little glue, right? Just a little glue. Geez, Joe, I've never seen glue look like the way you put it on.
I
Man.
know,
it looks
man.
like I don't know.
It's good luck, dude.
volcano glue.
I don't like to get rid of it because it's good luck.
This is Joe's cordless glue gun right there.
Does it really?
Body
Yeah, it's
hammer,
stand back.
paddle. This is John's
Yeah,
paddle
yeah,
and
I
tap
see it.
down. This is.
I wonder if
this
that's
is what-
factory though, or
You
if
guys,
it's part
I
of it.
just want to let you know you guys are on
Thanks for
camera.
pointing that out.
So two people are talking at the same time. So
Sorry.
the what else am I gonna say? Yeah, and then this is Joe's busy. You can tell.
Oh, don't.
This is a productive PDR
I got my banana.
tool and a banana and some tabs. So
Never mind
you
those
mind
plugs.
if I take a peek? I like to see.
You
hey,
can,
What are you talking
yeah.
about? I don't care about the plugs, man. So we got these were the test tabs from Anson. How you like those, Joe?
Oh, I love them. They're pretty powerful.
I do. Yep, I like them. These are the curved, dead center crease tabs.
Oh yeah. Right here.
Gangrene crease tabs. Look at. Did you do that? You bent that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at you.
I tweak those
Look at that.
how I need them. So.
All kinds of that. Early.
Oh yeah, it's early days.
Well, we call it the gang gray.
Make sure you show them this
Dude,
plug.
look at this one.
I-
Right? Yeah. That you don't make drill bits that big, Joe.
I know. Well, hey, it's for a dent dial.
He's like,
The
hey,
PDR guys
hey,
know.
I'm proud too. I'm gonna let you know
Didn't
who it
even know.
was too.
When you
else
got to
here?
drill, you got to drill. You
Little
know.
R&I kit here. So he's getting set up, and I'm going to show you guys how it is. Like you definitely, you don't have a lot of 8 and 10 millimeters, mainly a lot of stuff. You definitely need some that we call it the Coke spoons or the O-ring removers. Okay. What else we got in here? There's Joe. Oh, he's got his favorite red dent out glue. Cam Auto collision glue. Man, you got some good stuff in here, Joe. Joe Dan Evo. I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go rumbling through your stuff.
Yeah, you
but
be
know
careful
I
what
mean?
you find
I don't
in
know
there,
what
man.
we'll find in there. So
That's
keep
the
going.
drawer we do not speak of.
You just let me know when you're ready to slap some hot glue on that mofo. Or you
All
need
right.
straps for me?
Actually, I got straps
I
here.
got shorter ones
and
too,
then-
just in case you want them.
No, this is good. Do you have some compound? I just want to
Do I have
rough
some
up the-
compound? Yeah, yeah.
That's a trigger question, right?
rough
Yeah,
up
got
that
some
panel a little
compound
bit.
Right here. I'll tell you
Awesome.
what, nice and
That
new. That's
works.
the good stuff right
All
there.
right.
Only for Joe.
All right, and roll out the red carpet for me.
I got the sandpaper and sharp drill bits for you too.
Right on. I'm ready. I got a drill bit too. So
This is Joe's light setup. This is a Pro PDR Solutions light stand, isn't it?
that's old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
I
their
still
first.
like that. I still like how square and small that is. That's perfect. The way
That
I like it.
You know what? Especially mobile.
Yeah.
It makes it nice and it fits in the truck nice. And
Oh.
it's actually nice having it around the car too because it doesn't take up a lot of space obviously.
Someone says, how much is a new quarter panel? I don't know exactly how much a new quarter panel is, but I can tell you it's going to take a lot longer. It'll be on Carfax report, and then you're going to paint this, replace that. PDR Tech, or excuse me, body shops don't repair hardly at all because the insurance companies won't pay them for the labor of what it would take to repair it, in my opinion, the correct way. And I know a body guy would like to repair it, but most of the time they're just told to replace it. But even if they repaired it or replaced it, they'd still have to paint and blend into here, de-trim the windows, R&I, everything. It's a very involving process, right?
So it's a Bondo and filler.
And filler, right? Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
watched
Well,
that.
that's if they don't,
You know, even if they do, I watched them replace the BMW quarters.
and put filler on it.
They were doing Bondo and filler on the areas where they had to cut the old panel off and put the new panel on. Like, the whole thing ended up looking like it still had filler on it, even though it was a brand new quarter that they put on it. Yeah, so even then, you're gonna get filler and Bondo, just not as much.
Okay, so Jean says, hi from France. Mike, are you coming to Mobile Tech Expo this year? I'm competing, and I learned most of what I know about PDR thanks to your videos. Oh, thanks, Jean.
Nice.
We will. I know I'll be there. I'm not sure. I'm trying to convince Joe to go, but he already competed in the Las Vegas Expo. But I'll be there. Yeah. Thanks, Jean. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. And grab me too, man. Say, hey, I'm Jean from France on YouTube talking to you. So I really appreciate that. And best of luck to you, buddy, at the contest there.
Yeah, good luck, Sean.
Yep. So what Joe's doing now is he's reheating his glue. You have your thermometer
Yep, I got it right here.
right here.
Yep, you got it.
So
Right by
Joe
the
wants it
banana.
at what do you want it at, Joe?
I like it around 350. I don't like it too much hotter than 350 because I don't want to.
It's 265.
Okay, let me heat up a little more. I might add a little.
370, 340,
I may add a little glue too.
380, 436.
Okay.
489. That's the
Climbing.
last
It's
one.
climbing. All right, let me grab my glue gun. Just fill in the gap there.
And then he puts just a little bit
Just a
where
little
he
bit.
needs it.
Honestly, for these for the lateral straps, I prefer to use collision glue. The red works great for like slide hammer pulls and stuff, but I just feel like the collision glue tends to give a more long-term hold. Right now, I'm just kind of eyeballing where I'm going to place my laterals at. This is going to be it right here.
Now you're going a little bit wider, but that's where the tension was coming out, right? You're using the light to see where to place the
Yes, and you
from
can.
where the
Never mind
Yeah.
the big glob of paint or glue here.
I see
But
it.
there's the majority of the dent's here, but there are waves all the way to just in front of where I placed that
Yep.
strap.
So you want to go behind the crown, not in front of it or on it.
Yeah.
Right.
I want
You want to be able to give it a chance to stretch out.
Yeah.
Right?
We want to basically just clear the way for it to go back to where it needs to go.
How does the glue not damage the clear coat? Joe, you got
Great.
an answer for that?
Great question. So that's why we monitor the temperature. We know that with factory OEM paints, and we made sure that this is indeed original paint, it can withstand even up to 400, in my opinion. But just to be on the safe side, I like to apply it under 350 degrees. So, and of course, it's going to vary. If a paint has seen a lot of time under the sun, UV ray damage, and you can usually tell by how it looks in the light. When you see those cars that are kind of silver and they look a little faded, it almost looks like there's like these lateral scratches on there. You can bet that it's got clear coat, like it's like dry clear coat. So you don't want to use anything too hot on there because I've burned paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have. Well, at least I have.
Yeah.
Hey, you do it enough, you're gonna make some mistakes.
Right.
So here he is again.
I mean,
Three.
we could replace this glue.
358,
It just,
432,
all right.
420,
I'm trying to get it all even.
360,
Even Steven.
389, 476, 530.
Don't worry, we'll let it cool because it cools pretty rapidly. So I usually will try and get it hotter.
Yeah, you're in
And
no
then-
hurry right now to put it on.
Because
right?
now I
It's
can kind of eyeball where I want to put these. So again, I should have left my marks on, but I had to prep the panel. But we're about, we have some secondary waves going on all the way about to there. So I think we're going to overlap the edge there a little bit. Let me check the temp one more time.
So if you guys just join us, we went over how much it's gonna cost, and how we came up with that number, and our approach, a little bit of our approach. You're gonna see Joe set this up, and then a little bit of glue pulling with some lateral tension, and that's what we're up to. Stick around, and this is live. You're watching it live, obviously. No, you're watching it from, and we're back. We didn't want to miss any action. There we go. Okay, sorry, thanks guys for hanging in there. YouTube. We're going to start talking about, I'm going to do a little bit of live and say we're going back up on TikTok, because TikTok is the best live stream platform in my opinion. Gosh, the quality's good. Uses my stabilization I want, but hey.
I feel like YouTube's a little bit
behind. Yeah.
A little bit pixelated too.
You know why? Because they rather, well, that's what they say. They say they rather have more stabilization, like, how they say, reliability. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's pictured right there, huh? Did you just see how reliable that thing was? Yeah, picture quality stinks, doesn't it? Picture stopped, and it's going back on right now. So let me know if you guys see it. Joe, I know you see it because Joe's got it on his phone, so I'm making sure I'm monitoring from there. It's back. So this is Kiko, the K-Power, and we have another one from Cam Auto, which is really good. You can see how he's adjusting that.
So I'm basically adjusting it so we can get fitted
Getting
for
the right
these.
size.
Yeah, while that glue is still curing, I can get this situated here. And it's a pretty cool device because you got a 1/4 inch bolt at the end of it. Basically, it's one long all thread bolt. And it goes.
I think hopefully Kiko's going to address that. You see how it's got a little twist in there,
Yeah.
like it's twisted, but hey,
yeah,
mine twisted like crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's evolving technology. It
Yeah.
really is. I mean it's crazy how much we can do with this stuff now, though. All right, it's about good.
Yeah, he says you're good, just whining.
Yeah, can't have everything.
Yeah,
right?
we try. We try. Hang in there, everybody. We are.
Oops.
So now watch it. It's gonna.
Yeah.
You mind if I put your light on there a little bit? Though?
Yeah, no problem. I just want to make sure that glue's ready. I'm just getting it in place right now. So this is the second one we put on. So I'm going to let it dry or cure a little bit more.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Before I put some real tension on there. Meantime, we can take a look at that.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the reflection as he does the tension. Okay, but you can see how knotted up the panel is. But we were surprised that there was no paint damage underneath it. We may still remove that bracket underneath. Just depends on what we're doing. But I think Joe's gonna think the same thing as me. He's probably gonna hot glue a little bit from the outside once he's got tension, and then push from this open access right here from this vent that went there to get a tool on it to finally tighten up the little lows that are gonna be left. I don't know if we're gonna do that on camera, but at least you guys will be able to see the first starting process, which is always the most important, because how you start a dent generally is how it's gonna finish. Like, meaning if you start it clean, it generally wants to finish clean. If you start messy, you're chasing it to be clean, right? So be careful, take your time in the beginning, set it up right. Lateral tension, people ask me, when should I do lateral tension? I say do it anytime you have a chance, right? What's your answer be?
I'm using lateral tension for a lot of different scenarios. In this case, getting that metal to just redistribute really well because of the edge is involved. It's a little bit deep, so it's just going to help us to like I said, redistribute that metal back to where it needs to go. But Mike, I also use it on the middle of these doors for like little deep dents, like 1/4 size dings.
I do too.
Yeah.
I use them on BB gun dents.
Yeah, for sure.
Smaller dents. I had a customer in here where we're going to do that too as well.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, I have a lighter, like I still have the original, like the version 1 Kiko lateral tension bar, which, you know, it had its faults, right? It was too light of it was basically one big all thread bolt, but it was like a 3/8 diameter or something like that. So it was pretty bendy, you know, but it has its place. I keep it around and I still use it on when the center of these doors where they're very flimsy. That's a nice light duty lateral tension device. And so I don't torque it down too much. I just a little bit. And in that case, it's not necessarily helping to redistribute the metal, but it's keeping the metal nice and taut so that when I go and push, it's gonna just respond better.
Yeah.
So it's not flexing that whole panel when I'm
It's
pushing.
keeping it rigid and only allowing it to move with control in a precise area you want.
More control. That's it. So to answer his question or their question, I use lateral tension a lot now. It just makes for cleaner results. It's not always necessary to use it. I mean, we could technically try and force this out, you know, but it's going to move a lot more efficiently and it's going to be cleaner results afterwards. What's up?
What's a good time? Like what gives you the indication of when to start lateraling it?
Usually
like
when it's not so warm.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of glue there.
Yeah.
You know, and there needs to be. And that's why I don't, you know, take all the glue off. It's just a lot of time to do that, right? And the glue, you know, resets well when you heat it up. But as far as time goes, when it's no longer warm to the touch,
it looks like an alien. Dude. You know what I mean? Like it's all, remember the alien was all trapped in that freaking, like, it's just, this is just me because I'm trying to act like a person who's maybe wondering, but when do you not use the glue anymore and reset it and just start with a new strap or take off that glue? Do you ever take it off?
To reuse the strap?
I mean, does it ever turn bad on you? Like you're like, hell with it, I'm just gonna, no?
No, I mean, if it gets, sometimes you'll get debris on there, you know, and you want to take that off. But I mean, as long as the top is clean and the thing is it holds so well that, you know, you could take it off. It's going to be a chore to take it off. It's going to be a long time to take all that glue off.
I know, I'm not taking
I mean, you
it off.
might as well start with a new strap.
You're deep. Yeah, you're deep.
Yeah.
Someone's asking me what vehicle this is. This is a Mach-E, Ford Mach-E. Okay, this is what you're seeing right here. Some of these panels are aluminum. Some are steel. The one we're working on is steel. And that's John Bohr 115. Thanks for the question there, John.
Okay, I feel like it's ready to put some tension on it. Now, you know, this part, you're not going to see like this metal pop right out.
You're not going to see metal move like crazy on this, but we're going to.
Not on this one. We're just putting enough.
So want to leave, a move?
Yeah, it's letting go. I think I'm gonna have to reapply this one, dude.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me just go ahead and put some tension on it.
Yeah, you can hear it want to pop.
Do you have some Cam Auto or collision glue or
I got
Perfect Pull?
I got some. Yeah, let me take a look. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. I got some Anson collision.
Yeah, we can try that.
Good stuff right here.
Cool. Thank you, Mike.
Someone says, Cal Hoods, I just got notice my K-Power came in today. Well, you're going to like that sucker.
Oh, congratulations.
You're going to like that sucker. If anyone's asking what that is, that's that right there, what we're using lateral tension on. While he's getting his thing set up, I'm going to show you another system, lateral tension system. This isn't my bike, by the way. Everyone thinks this is my bike. That's my bike. That's my technician's bike right here. What am I looking for? Oh, lateral tension. So this one, basically, if you guys are familiar with what's that one? What's that thing that from Harbor Freight? What's that called?
The Porta Power.
Porta Power. That's basically a cordless Porta Power
this is pretty
That's pretty
torquey
stout, isn't
machine
it?
here.
Yeah, you can actually add extensions onto this one too. Put it in the straps, and
Yeah.
it's all good to go too. Right, that thing is legit. That's from Cam Auto. So if anyone's interested in this one, these between this one and that one right there are the two main leaders in lateral tension, collision glue, paintless collision repair. This is something you want to consider getting with a K-Power, right? I know both of these guys, and they are passionate about PDR. So, what else we got here? Why Joe's getting his sticks ready. And then I use this for a little tap down, just a little bit, just my little highs I got. Yeah, that works good. And then what else we got here? This is some tools right here. These are just mainly the picks, sharper tools. We're not going to be using any of that. Then we got another light here. This is the Black Widow from Carbon Tank. I've got a battery receiver that connects the battery, gives it a 12-volt power to this light right here. What's cool about this is the magnetic, what we call, what is that sucker called? What's that called?
It's the Never Loose.
Never Loose, yeah.
It's so like a magnetic ball.
That's a magnetic system.
Rare earth
magnetic steel ball. So you can put it pretty much in any position you want, right? And it stays. You can drop this down, and then I only have one hand, but you can flick this and then raise the arm or extend it, and then check out the wheels on this sucker. So you can maneuver just however you want in different positions. Freaking legit. Can you show your bike? Which one? All right, so while he's getting that ready, I'll show you this one. This is the Monkey. I ride mini bikes. I'm a motorcycle enthusiast, mainly a mini bike builder. That's what I like to do on my spare time. Completely custom. Big bore kit, dual oil coolers. This is a very cool bike right there. That's a Honda Monkey. Now you guys will probably want to see this Ducati. Just a piece of crap V4 kind of gal. Nothing crazy he hasn't done to it, but he's got a little something on it. So yeah, he's got all the cool things on there. Now, and then here's my Honda Dax stretched 2025 Honda Dax. All right, we'll get back to the PDR in just a second, okay? That's why he's setting up. Yeah, we got still a lot of work to do this one. I'm not done with this. I'm gonna put some ape hanger bars on it. We're gonna put a fancy seat, bigger tires later on, but yeah. And I got a CT70 over there, 1970. I got a Honda Grom, but it's not here. That's at home. So back. This thing is growing. It looks like 3AI. It landed. The invasion of 3AI.
Alien pod.
Yeah.
All right, so that's curing. It's still pretty wet. So I told you this is like watching grass grow. So this part. So
Okay.
unless you get those money shots where
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
metal
we're good.
just moves, but this one is. We might see some metal movement right away on here.
Yeah, I think we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. Like, I mean, if we do, if we see it.
So-
Jesus says, what PDR light would you start to learn PDR with? That's really subjective. Like, honestly, I would learn with one that you understand. That you'll probably start watching, obviously, YouTube and check that out. Joe and I use lines, right? So we can see the curvature. We have a fog board too, so I'll show you the second what it looks like. Okay, but lines, we read the curvature. Here's a fog, a combination. Here's different tap down tips and push tips I use right here. Here's the trifecta cordless glue gun, which I think is probably the best in the industry. But let's go here, right here. All right, check it out. We'll just show this, what this looks like here. That is a fog with lines. Look at Joe, he's gonna set this sucker up, dude.
I'm just fitting this while that glue cures,
let's
Mike.
do this while he's checking this out. I got a dent right here. So check this out. So you can see the curvature of the lines, but if I move it to fog, you can see the fog is the contrast, right? Here's another way to look at it. Fog uses contrast. Lines use curvature. So whatever is going to be easiest for you. I don't watch a lot of tutorial videos about fog on YouTube, so I wouldn't know who to recommend to follow on that part. Joe, you have any idea who does that?
Who uses fog?
I mean, majority of 85%
online.
of the techs use fog, but I'm just saying, I don't
Actually,
know
you know, I did see
specifically somebody who explains fog.
I watched a video recently of a gentleman out of Ohio named Elevation Dent guy.
Oh, is he out of Colorado? I think he's out of Colorado, right?
I thought he was in Ohio, but I could be wrong.
But either
But
way,
he's
yeah,
got
Elevation.
he's got a pretty cool setup, and he uses like advanced stuff,
Techniques
and
and
yeah,
stuff,
and
yeah.
it seemed like he was using fog, if I
Okay,
remember correctly.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
go
sounded
check him out.
Yeah.
So it is subjective. But now what's Joe doing? He's sizing this up. He's like, all right, I'm going to use perpendicular pulling too as well. Now, are you going to screw gun and like power that?
Well, that's the great thing about this. When we do it right and we allocate enough time to do the repair, while this glue is curing, I'm actually deciding how I want to do this. When I first saw it, Mike, I thought the way to get this out was with lateral tension and with what we call a bridge puller. This is a bridge puller. You can see it. Basically, we set it up along with a glue tab like this. I'll show you. So I might be using something like this, a heavy-duty glue tab, and glue it right here or right here, one of those, maybe the deeper one here. And then once it's cured, and this won't take nearly as long to cure. It's like less than a minute, really, maybe about a minute. But because it's going to be less glue. But then we slip this over that while it's attached, and it fits into that bracket or that clamp right there. And we set that in place. We're going to set tension on this as well. Same company as who makes the K-Power lateral tension bar. This is Kiko, and this is what they call their K-beam. And I'm going to use a impact wrench to basically unthread this all thread. And what that's going to do is it's going to be doing two things. It's going to be unscrewing it, but and pulling back on the panel. But that impact wrench, the way it works is it basically acts like a hammer drill. It basically is sending these
Kind of
shock
vibrates,
waves.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the same kind of impact wrench you would use to break lug nuts on the wheel or tighten it. You're doing that, but it's sending shock waves through this bolt here through this tab and into that panel. And each time it's like it's making these micro shocks onto the panel and sending those vibrations through there and loosening it up, you know, in a safe way too, as opposed to, because the other way to do it, Mike, would have been to slide hammer it, which is this guy right here. And in that case, it's basically attaching to that and then, okay, so for one thing, it's not as effective initially, especially when the metal is that tight.
Yeah.
This metal is bound up right there, which is why we're using the lateral tension.
That's right. So he's trying to take our goal, okay, is to take, you see how it's got like a nice high spot, is to take that tension down, out, like stretch it out so this will come up. So either way, either naturally, it's going to come up a little bit maybe naturally, but when he takes whatever method he wants to use to bring it up, he's going to have that tension instead of going in, because this is technically holding this. So when he spreads it out, he's actually pulling metal outward, so this comes outward. So there's no tension locked up anymore. Same with this one too. So yeah, hope that gives you guys an idea. Cowl hoods. I started with Jim teaching fog, but changed to you because I like lines. So awesome. Yeah. Hey, whatever's Joe's gonna agree. It's not about the reflection. It's what you understand the best, right? Yeah. It's whatever you like, gravitate to, then master it. And you can always. It's not like you have to use one reflection. You can always gravitate to one or the other or both. Right?
Absolutely. Whatever you see better in, and then also who you understand, who's more comprehensive for you, who's speaking to you. You know, I think the gentleman who said Jim, he's probably referring to Jim Mitchell. Is that his name?
I think so too. Yeah.
And you know, great trainer. So like, you know, go with who you
gravitate to.
Yeah, and listen to, and you know, it's all good. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and I think set up our lateral tension now.
You gotta watch him. Follow him, Dent Evo. Okay, go check him out on Instagram. His YouTube channel does really, really good work. And I hadn't given my technician enough credit either, dude. Check this guy out. This guy, I homegrown for 16 years, and this mow has made me super proud, dude. Like, you are a one bad mofo tech, dude. Okay.
Big John, man.
Good job.
Big John, you're bad. You're badass. So, I've watched Big John evolve, man, and. Doing like that Mustang door was the whole door was dead.
Let's take a look at what he's doing. I got footage of this, so I didn't really show. I didn't show it, you know, before video here, but I have the footage of this. But yeah, look at him. What he's doing. See how he's using those lines? He's actually pushing, and when he releases, he's getting that line to tighten or to get straight. Right? He's pushing up and releasing. And he has to do that over and over again with the right pressure, the correct right pressure. And this is why we take the door off. Doing this on a vehicle is just not right. Like you have to take the window out. Was that dual pane? Was that? No dual pane, but you just want access, good access.
Better leverage, access.
If you can fix this dent this way, you ain't gonna see nothing when the door's back on. So that is the main thing. Look at his real estate, his fine, thin lines. That's what he's looking for right there, to push. I wish I got paid just to watch you and Joe work. It's so rewarding. Honestly, I gain so much value by watching and listening to you both. Well, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
We love doing what we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it, right?
That's right.
We got fish to fry here.
Well,
right?
you know, we're not getting any younger, and you know, what we find is we want meaning in our daily endeavors, including our work.
Dr. Dent Repair 5530. If you see him again, okay. So, thank you, Mr. Dr. Dent Repair.
Thank you, Doctor.
He just messaged me too as well on Dent Trainer. So yeah, I hope you got that taken care of. Wait for the Black Friday to sign back up again, guys. We're going to have a big sale again. Once a year we have sales, so check it out on Black Friday weekend next month. So you just kind of checking this out.
I'm letting it cool, man. We're still above 100.
Still there,
so
still
it's a little bit, still a little bit soft right now. So that might have been why it released. I pulled too soon. Yeah. So yeah, that's part of the gig. Time.
Cowl hoods. Have any plans for some more live member giveaways? Absolutely. You know I do. You know it. So yeah, stay tuned on that. We got some cool stuff to give away. In fact, I got to make some contacts to some of the tool manufacturers. Special thanks out to a lot of during the year. It's Kiko, thank you. Gosh dang, PDR Finesse, VIP, Dentcraft. Big thanks to Anson, huge, friggin' Carbon Tech. These are the type of tools we give away. Elimident. Gosh, should I say VIP? I said VIP. Who's the other knockdown people? No, I think that's it. But like, I got too many names. I'll have a list. I shouldn't even name it because then it's gonna go on and on and on. But yes, check out Dent Trainer. I got to change the front page up a little bit. We're still having some lives. Matter of fact, Joe and I are going to be doing some lives on removal and installation on the Teslas, which is the most common car, and it's a big pain in the butt if you don't know what you're doing. So we're going to do those live, and we already recorded that too. So after the live, you can go watch the other recordings too on that. So that's pretty cool. All right, Joe. So what we got? You going to go this one?
think so, yeah.
You go perpendicular first?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to do lateral first. So
Okay,
it's
you're
still
gonna set that up.
still drying. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
You're just sizing up. Basically.
we're sizing up. Yep.
Okay.
We're getting prepped here. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of time.
Cal Hoods, your video is the reason I threw down a chunk of change on the K-Power. Hey, I know that's an investment, man, but remember, it's not just an investment, it's an investment in yourself. So I think you made a good choice there, buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you, though. Dr. Dent says, thanks, Mike. I got your message, and I will re-sign up in November. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, get it in, because if you sign up during that time, you'll be in the giveaways. And you'll also get, someone asked me, hey, if I sign back up again, do I get another $100 credit back to Anson? Yes, you do. Yeah, absolutely. So you'll get that credit, and you'll fill out that form again, okay? Just let me know if you didn't get it. I will make sure you got it. Marty, if you take the cardboard out of your hat, will it actually fit your head? Yes, it will.
What was that?
If you talk about this part or this part, yeah, it will, yeah. Wear your own hat. I am wearing my own hat, and I like this hat because that's how I'm gonna do it. Yep. I tell you what. Oh, audio said, Marty, wear your own hat. Yeah, please. Yeah. Listen, guys, no fighting on here, please. Okay. No negativity, please. We like everybody here.
Yeah.
Okay? Stanlighter's my next purchase. Oh yeah. Why he's Oh, you know what? We're missing some action here.
No, I'm just getting in position. So.
Get in position. Is it ready?
I think so. I'm hoping it'll hold for you guys. So I think we're ready.
I mean, I told you this.
Got to do it right, though, you know. Nothing but good vibes over here, right?
I thought I saw it moving a little bit. I'm looking at the tension on top.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yep,
We
cool.
did.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see huge. I'm gonna stop that shakiness. I'm gonna come in a little bit here.
Okay, so our tension is in place, lateral tension, side to side. Now we're going to do a perpendicular pull right in that center. I went over the dents as well as the side area there where anywhere we are adhering with glue, I went over it with compound to kind of get just a nice tacky surface for that glue to stick, you know, but obviously just short of scraping the paint. We don't want to damage the paint for obvious reasons. So I'm going to go ahead and select a tab. That one actually. This is ready to rock and roll.
Hey, check this out, dude. Oh, we're on delay a little bit.
Yeah, there's a delay.
We're real time. They're about
now
10
they're gonna blow their
15
minds.
seconds behind, dude.
We're going into the 5th dimension. All right. So I do want to be a little cautious around this bottom edge because there is that risk of pulling paint, you know. So another reason why using the bridge puller the way we're going to with the impact wrench is it's gonna help because it's like doing a bunch of little micro tugs of the glue tab.
Is there a reason why you're going to go for the right side than the left side?
This one here, so this is actually the center one. There's actually another one here.
Yep.
There's one over here, and this one here because it's the deeper of the 3 mic,
Yep.
and it kind of overlaps that bottom edge more than any of them. This one does too. I guess they all do, but this one really affects that edge. So I'm going to go with that one.
This is a Stanlighter tab right here.
Anson.
I'm sorry, Anson. Gosh, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking Stanlighter because I'm reading the comments at the same time. Cool. So you what I noticed about your technique, Joe, is that when you place it, you don't even push that hard. You just leave like a nice fat cushion layer right there. Me and John were noticing that, right? John, you was doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that seems to pull pretty good for you, huh?
It does, yeah, it does. I mean, just from trial and error a lot of times. And you know, I think I said the last time, the first pull is always like really, really nicely. We're using the Anson collision glue on there. again, I have to be careful because I don't want to pull paint.
Joe. John, can you tell Tim don't call me right now? Because he's going to call me again. And it's going to mess up my live right now. Please. Just tell him, hey, Mike's doing a live. He'll call you back. Please. What's up, Mike? Robert from Dent Specialist in Beaufort, South Carolina. Well, what's up, Robert? Appreciate you guys watching. Listen, I don't know. I know this seems kind of maybe not as fast-paced and highlight ESPN PDR, but if you're watching and you watch this whole thing, you're learning a lot. I hope you really are paying attention to the small details because that's what PDR is about. You pay attention to the small details, you keep re-watching some of these videos, you're gonna get some things that you've been overlooking.
All right, I'll wait for you.
No, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Do you want to come over here so you can see?
Actually, good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so I already kind of positioned this, set it up so that it's going to sit, one of these feet, we call these feet, one's going to sit on this strap and
Yep.
over a pretty strong part of the panel right here, this edge where these two edges meet in the corner, and then right here again near the edge and on the strap. So we can loosen this up, and I'm just going to.
Need help?
No, I'm good, thanks. Just leveraging that. Oh.
This can be the tricky part. This is why some people won't invest in beginning times of setting it up right. This is called investment in the beginning, sacrifice a little time in the beginning so you get a lot of time back in the end. Okay,
Well, yeah, the alternative is to not do any of this and just force the dent out from the inside, which I've done plenty of times, and it doesn't come out the same. That's when you see those repairs where there's a bumpy texture. It just doesn't look as good. You know, this is in an effort to do a really clean result. But I keep getting
Robert,
wedged.
congratulations, buddy. Robert Hummer said celebrated 5 years in the business last week. Congratulations, man.
Congrats.
Okay. Congratulations. Someone says they've never seen a dent puller actually work. Good.
Okay.
Well, you guys are about to see it.
Well, I mean,
I think this is gonna.
it's not going to just magically take the whole thing out.
Yeah. This is exactly. I think what people see is too much. Is like they just see, pow, that snaps. The highlight. Dent
Well,
repairs,
sometimes you get those where they pop. But most of the time dents don't just pop. It's kind of a labor of love almost. So,
Okay.
so here's the wrench I'm using, Mike. Okay, and so this is going to get noisy. I'm watching three things. I'm watching this area here, how it's reacting, and before I start making my pull, I'm also watching these edges, these where the feet are. I don't want it. It's very, we don't want to. We want to watch these edges so that we're not creating dents on this spot here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Mike, you're kind of my spotter
I
too
am
right
gonna
now.
be fine. Hold like a mofo, dude. Wow.
See, all
Damn,
those
I think
little-
it's over pulling now.
Okay, good. All those rattles,
Yeah.
those are little shock waves getting sent through this shaft here, through the all thread, and down into the tab, and it's putting, it's doing what we need it to do. And
And then you can just tap too now too. Like
yeah, I
right
could.
there,
I could
right?
leave it on there and start tapping. Let me take a look from your
Yeah,
angle.
pull it down. Look underneath.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
pulling like a mofo. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? There it went. So that's okay. We can. We're gonna take it off anyway, but I would have
Dude,
loved
awesome
to have it
job.
on.
Look at that.
I would have loved to have it on
Tension
there
off that, so
and knock down that crown, but
I think
it was
it
ready.
did it already though. I mean, like meaning it took the pressure off that crown automatically.
Oh,
for
here
you.
we go.
Yeah.
So I'm being careful here as I douse it with alcohol. I don't want alcohol to seep onto our lateral strap and release the glue. Because it's crazy. And here's what's crazy. With people who haven't seen PDR or glue pulling, this stuff, the alcohol just kind of neutralizes
Look at
it.
that, dude. So there was a way bigger low, more tension right here. But what it did is it's going to help. You see this part right here? Or the nipple? It's going to help release some of that tension. and he can tap down if he wants or chooses to. You know, this is Joe's repair, right? We all have our own little, even if him and I have a different way of looking and attacking different techniques of dents. I see this very clearly, looks nicely ready to tap down, but Joe, you have your different ways, approaches. This is the crown right here, right? Joe has options, a lot of options, in my opinion.
Yes.
Way better.
I agree.
This is a very good start.
Yes.
It's clean.
I'm super pleased with that pull.
If you tried to push, if guys try to push first, what happens, I'm out of experience, you cause poke marks, force pushes, and then you tap down, then you have little micro lows. You need lateral tension, which creates way less tension for yourself, and again, gives yourself options when you have this kind of setup. So that was great. I like that. And very good tech tip there, Joe, on using the gun right there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. It's amazing how that works. I mean, you can use a regular drill to do it too, or even just the hand knob, but it's not going to send the same shock waves through it, you know? So,
where are you guys located? Joe Garcia is in Claremont, California, more north of me, actually, kind of in the LA. Are you in LA County? Or
yeah, we're LA County, but like on the very, on the border of San Bernardino.
Okay.
So if anyone knows where Pomona, Upland is, my shop's actually in Upland, and I live in Claremont, which is, I live 5 minutes away
Upland,
from there.
Yeah. So go check him out, Dent Evo. Pretty much he's Dent Evo on everything. I'm in San Diego county area, but North County, San Diego, Escondido to be exact. But okay, Joe, where do you want to go at this?
Okay, so now, you know, what I wanted to say is like, we have, this advanced PDR is tedious. It really is. And it's kind of a long term. This is a day project for us, you know. So we have to be, you know, for those who are watching and who, you know, maybe want to do this, you have to kind of take the small victories. You have to kind of, along the way, you got to look at where, because sometimes you don't see the progress that much. Like, you know, we still have dents here, you know, it's still a crinkled quarter panel. But what I saw in that first pull, I mean, this is a good start, like you said, Mike, because what we're looking for now is like, that's where we pulled right there. That was the deepest dent of there's like almost like 3-in-1 dent. So there's one dent here, smallest one. There was the deepest one here, and then there was this one that's kind of wider but not as deep. Well, now this is no longer the deepest dent now. That means we're making progress. And like you said, Mike, we could very well start tapping. We have options here. We can start knocking down this high spot where those lines pinch together. In fact, let me grab a pointer.
Why don't you tap down? Why are you doing?
Well,
or do you want to pull some more?
I want to give a little bit of insight to what I want to, you know, what do you think we should do here? Because we can either tap down here, and I wouldn't use this one necessarily. It's a little too sharp, but I'm just using it as a pointer. So there's a bump there that needs to come down. There's a bump here that needs to come down, and then as you mentioned before, Mike, there are some crowns up in here, which ideally would have been nice if it was still holding pressure, and then we flatten that out, because what happens then is the metal is moving in 2 different directions at once and all going back to where it needs to go. It's metal flow, as we call it. But I think before anything, I am leaning, and you can tell me what your opinion is on this, Mike, but I'm leaning towards doing the same thing, but over here, and kind of pull that edge back out a little bit, because we're getting that edge back to where it needs to be, and then do some knockdown work, because I feel like the metal's going to release a little bit more.
I think Joe Robert's agreeing with you. He said, "I'd pull that body line again, or pull that dent." That's what Joe's going to do. Let me give you some insight on what I would do. Okay, I would.
Well, you're
probably
wrong.
Look, what you created. What did you say?
I said you're wrong.
No. You're wrong. What I said, Joe created opportunities, right? So opportunities means you could do either or on this thing. If I was to tap, I would probably tap, because I would test to see if those crowns are cooperating. Not force tap, just see if it wants to lay down anything and let some pressure off. But Joe says, I'm going to pull, which is not a bad option either, because that's going to definitely give him some pull. So that is some options between him and I. And we're going to see how this works, okay? We're going a little longer than I thought it was going to go, but we're in the heat of it, so let's just keep going. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said it's like, the lateral tension, waiting for those straps to dry, it was, you know, that's a little bit, makes it longer. But now we're into the action. So I don't know, Mike. I mean, I think what you said makes sense. And we can, just for, you know, just for curiosity's sake.
Yeah, guy from Russia watching us.
Right on,
Optum.
man.
He said hello to Joe.
Hi there. What's his name?
I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Optum.
All right.
A-P-T-E-N.
Right on.
I mean, it could be pronounced
Well,
completely different.
welcome.
So.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you. So I think for curiosity's sake, we should see about, like you said, just to see how that metal reacts to some knockdown work.
You don't have to do what I do, like throw
no, I just want to see.
Shoot, go ahead.
Let's show your viewers. Let's see.
This is a working man's.
Don't look
he's
at
got
that,
everything
man.
in there.
Don't
Dude.
look
He got
at that,
everything.
man. Yeah, everything except for the knockdown. I'm
Where's
looking
the dead
for.
body at, dude?
Yeah. The drawer we do not speak
That looks
of.
familiar. It looks like John. Big John in there, dude. Was Big John in there?
Well, dude, when you go mobile, man, he's
Big John's beard's in there somewhere, man.
all right. So we'll do a little tap
All right.
and see how it responds. It is under lateral tension right now, so you're right. If we tap on it, it's going to start redistributing for us.
I'll see it. I'm trying to get your. Can I move the board just a hair bit in?
Yeah,
Joe?
move it.
Just,
Move it here.
There you go. There, I can
good?
see. I can see.
Is
your
my
top.
head in the way?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. So it's a little resistant.
Yeah, I see that. See, that's all I want to see is like, what is going to give? You know what I mean? And that's not given right now.
No, it's not. And I feel like this crown will definitely move if we start tapping it. But I feel like if we pull this here, it's going to move even easier.
Yep.
If we do it with this edge back. Like I think I saw on one of your videos, a dent trainer video a while back, Mike, you were talking about a crown dominant dent or a dent dominant.
Yeah, is it low dominant or is it crown dominant?
It's low
right?
dominant, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, the crowns are not as aggressive. This one is about the most aggressive one because it's almost like a knot, like you said. It's like a little bump there. But I think it's dent dominant, particularly because that edge is affected. Yeah. And we had such a great pull on that first one there.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while Joe's setting that up one more time, let's take a look at Big John. What's he doing? What?
Waiting for glue gun to heat up. We're gonna.
So look at this. He's got this last little bit over here. Good job, Big John.
We're gonna.
You guys don't know how messed up this door was. It was pretty gnarly, but you guys will see it before and after too as well.
Trying to keep the tapping down to a minimum during the recording, so I've been kind of just moving around everything I can push.
Okay, all right.
I'm about to actually use the K-beam on this, kind of put it right here and right here, see how much of that we can get.
You're gonna do the same thing with Joe's doing?
Just a little bit, yeah. Just because this does still have a little bit of.
Ooh, are you gonna? What about lateraling it and maybe? Or no?
I was just gonna do it slow and see if that,
Yeah.
because I think this is the weak point.
Yep,
So I think
I
if
agree.
we just give it a little lift, it might strengthen that back up.
Yeah, you.
So
I'll let you do it, man. This is what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. So there was a huge, like the beam was coming out against this part. I know doesn't do any justice now, but this is pretty damn good, dude. Pretty damn good.
this little area, don't worry about that little guy.
Yeah. I can't see it yet.
You don't need to look.
I said, okay, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. You see that?
I do, man.
Trying not to spill it on my fingers.
You're just not. You're being
Generous.
generous at that.
Yeah, and then I'm also placing that so that the backbone is just the backbone of the tab. So this little truss right here is just a little bit above that edge.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna see it underneath it too.
Yeah, go for it.
Germany, huh? I got some good stuff from Germany. Let me show you. So you know what? I'm just like anybody else. I'm just passionate too as well, like all you guys doing what you're doing. So I don't expect any special treatment or anything like that. But I do like them German tools, man. This is Maymaker. So
No.
this is from Germany. I met these guys. Fantastic tool. Great blending hammer, man. Great blending hammer. I've also got another tool I think from Germany too, a slide hammer. It's called the Bulldog 2. Where the hell that is at? That's my other tech right there. That's his Ducati right there. Everyone's asking, where's the Ducati? Right there, it's the Ducati owner. This thing right here. Fantastic glue slide hammer. You can see here the dampening, right? It kind of bounces. That's because it's got a built-in spring and you can turn it and twist it and you can control the dampening. I'm going to do a little bit more deep dive on that slide hammer because it really does need some credit on there. So I appreciate that Loxo Dicey. I think that's how you pronounce it. Da-da-da-da. Cool.
Just let that glue set up, Mike.
That's how that glue set up right there. You know what I'm going to say is like so many techs would get impatient, and they wouldn't have the patience to sit there and wait. They would look at that cavity right there, including me 5 years ago, 3 years ago maybe.
Me too. Yeah.
And go right under there and like, let's just meet it out, right? Let's just push it out and worry about the high spots and low spots later. I'm making progress. I'm pushing it out. But then you're cleaning up and it still looks all this at the end. You know,
Well, don't stop there. I
wavy,
mean, I would have,
right?
back in the day, what I used to do, just take this liner out and drill a hole. Like the big plug in there was a joke, you know, on my in my kit there.
Yeah.
But we would drill 3/4 inch holes, you know. And in older cars, you can do that kind of stuff. Modern cars, you gotta be careful
You
because
gotta
there's
be real
sensors
careful.
inside
Yeah.
there, you know, and they're airbag sensors that, you know, they actually, you know, can recognize and identify the amount of air pressure inside each panel. And so when the car, during an impact, it's gonna change that pressure. So when you drill a hole. But anyway, in the old days, we used to drill a hole and just get a tool in there and just wrench it out as best as we could.
Yeah, we did.
It was rough though.
But we grew up in the auto business too. I mean, in the dealership business,
Dealers, yep.
where you had to.
They weren't-
You had to friggin' run and gun, right? It was bill and drill, as they say, and behind the PDR scenes. And if you didn't, you weren't making any money. But
Well, they weren't paying us
not
to
today.
do this.
Not with retail. Not this way. So we get paid to be patient here, and do it right.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get underneath there a little bit. I'm gonna do another. Trying to get. Let me go this way. Sorry guys for all the movement. I just.
Take your time because
Trying to,
I'm trying to get.
Okay, this is where I want to see. I want to see this movement right here.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to get this.
You let me know, Joel.
All right. Again,
I can see the indentation this way.
this is cumbersome, but it is obviously very effective. If you're going for you know, factory condition like we are attempting to do here, so.
What cold glue used in the job? We didn't use any cold glue, but it's hot glue. It's Anson's collision glue. If you are wondering what the hot glue is, the cold glue I use Glexo and Sergio's. Ooh, you're already twisting it out, dude.
Oh yeah, so this thing does, you know, you could just use the hand knob there, but like I said, or you can use a regular drill driver, you know.
Yeah.
But I like to
I
use.
think that's gonna be our best bet right there. Looking.
Okay, you ready?
Hold on, let's see what you're doing. You're hooking up, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me get my.
Tell me when
Okay,
you're ready.
cool. I think we're good.
Okay, here we go. And you're my spotter too. You're
Yeah.
watching over here.
I'm watching by
Make-
eyes. And then
Okay, we're making sure we're not
digging
creating
in.
damage right there too. So here we go. I'm going to put my hand here. Is it in the way?
Nope.
Okay.
It's pulling. It's.
I'm going
Good
forward
job.
now.
Yep.
So Okay, so I'm going to just leave a little bit of tension on there, and then I'm going to use your idea of knocking down the crowns while it's got pulling perpendicular tension on it. And the benefit of knocking down crowns, now, first of all, this is probably going to fall off, so don't, that glue will give way at some point.
Crown, like it's screaming like,
Yep.
"Tie me down." In Germany, he said he could charge $500-600 retail. He's not trying to be like condescending. He's saying,
Yeah.
but what we're charging is close to $2,000 for this.
Different
this
markets, yeah. There's different markets and different supply and demand and different economies. Out here, and we also look at their other options. What's the other option? A conventional body shop or a really
before you tap, but place your tap so I can see
yeah. No problem. And that light, you want me to move that light?
No, you're good right there. I'm just trying to see where you're going. Okay.
I'm going to tap. I'm going to start on this part of the crown.
Okay.
Okay. And this thing may fall. Okay, so don't worry if it does. Just watch your knees. Yeah, it's responding really nice.
I can see it. I can feel it.
Big John's trying to time his
Yeah, I
taps.
could hear. Nice job, dude.
So right there, that's about as much as I can see from that angle. So I'm going to move my light.
Yep.
It's almost ready for me to start.
It's good.
Yeah, it's coming
clean. We're gonna probably take this off, or whenever he's ready to. Then we're gonna probably call it. We've been on here for 76 minutes.
Wow.
Time goes by fast. Sergio's golden. Yeah, this is. Look at this crazy setup here.
So obviously having all this apparatus on here, it does obscure my view.
Yes.
So
you have to kind of get creative and kind of duck in a little bit.
Sure, but also I'm just trying to get some of that metal to walk back into the direction of where our pull is going on, and then I'll be able to do more knockdown work, Mike, when I get this out of the way.
Okay.
So.
Yep, I'm gonna let you get that away. We'll do one final observation. I think we're just gonna do part 2 later on, like when we're kind of getting close to getting it out. Okay? It's this gentleman dropped his car off. He was behind schedule. We wanted to start at like 9 o'clock, but obviously things didn't start on time. But this looks like it's staying ahead of schedule right now. So
Yep,
that's good.
we're making good time on it, believe it or not.
So you're taking that off, and we're gonna observe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Joe, like before, he's very careful where he wants to place the alcohol. He doesn't want to contaminate the glue that's on the straps because he wants to keep tension on there. Every now and then, while he's pulling that, if you have something similar to this, don't forget to tighten up your lateral tension because there is tension coming back and forth, and you could just want a little bit more tension every now and then. So just double check it. Also, what Joe's doing is he's tapping between the glue and the tab, never on the paint.
Yeah, because even though it's plastic, you can see it gets a little chewed up, so we don't want to scratch that paint.
And look how clean, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting. Look at that, dude.
Still a work in progress.
Holy moly, I'm salivating, man. I
So,
want to tap down, dude.
Yeah, so my focus has been this edge here. I'm not worried about this. This is something we could literally go and push out, with a tool. Same thing with some of these lows up here. My main concern was getting this edge and the dents that were in there and that edge back out, because now, like you said, Mike, we can start tapping down these little high spots. Yeah.
Look at this.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, and then followed up with crafting that metal from the inside with PDR rods.
I forgot what I was going to say. Is it an insurance claim? No, it's not. It's customer pay. They're paying out of pocket. Let's see here. Justin Art, absolutely. What hot glue? We are using. Hey, John, you want to get this coming for me,
Good,
please?
good. Let me get John to help you.
This is, what this is, gosh, I lost my thought. Collision glue. So we're using Anson's collision glue, like this one right here. Right here. So the other ones that we like using too as well is, Joe, you like, what's your other favorite collision?
I love, for collision tension pools and perpendicular tension pools, I like using the Cam Auto collision glue. Also Perfect Pool, it's really good. Those are really strong glues that will hold for a long time. You know, I love the Dent Out red glue for when I'm using the slide hammer or the mini lifter. It's strong glue, but over longer term, it's not as long of a pull or a hold.
Yeah.
I also use like lighter stuff, like there's times where you don't want such a strong pull, like for just like a gentle pull in these broad sections where, because it's about pulling more finesse, but also the cleanup is important. And that glue I would recommend is it's a company called Plain Jane, and it's Swiss Blue. It works great in cold weather. It's very elastic, so it's easy to clean up. But also in this, in nice, warm, sunny California weather, it's nice too. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So let me see here, and I'm gonna put this guy there. Anyways, also, if you guys really, really want a strong glue, what we've been using lately, we ran out, but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu glue. That sucker will pull like a mofo. So try that too as well. Send me a Dent Time hat. I'm actually gonna sell them, but they're not cheap. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever know, like melon hats are not cheap, but I'm thinking about. Well, I wouldn't be able to sell it because. Well, maybe I don't know. Anyways, I better watch out because that's someone else's brand, but I'm gonna sell my logo. But anyways, maybe Rob, maybe I'll give some giveaways on the Dent trainer. Some I did last year, melon hats. Anyhow, yeah. See, someone says Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is my go-to. That's right, dude. That's what I use. We use too.
Good
How
stuff.
long does a dent normally take? Well, that can vary anywhere between 15 minutes to all day.
15 days.
Yeah, a few days. Hail can be anywhere between 3 to 7 days. So it just depends. Is there any way for people from Germany to travel to you for a few weeks and study? Does that include accommodations and routine? Simply unrealistic or expensive? I've had people come from all around the world. J-Moff, if you follow that guy, Superior PDR from Taiwan. I trained him. I've had people Hong Kong, obviously Asia, South America. So yes, people do travel. I don't include any room and board. It is strictly good training. So, okay. I'm about to, let me see. Let me just switch here. Oops. No, hold on a second. Let me switch this. Okay. All right. I think we're going to let you tap down and then we're just going to go off camera.
That's fine.
This,
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Tell me if you can see.
I can see great.
Okay, so I'm kind of selecting the right knockdown tip. You can see we have a variety of different, what we call knockdown tips. PDR guys watching, PDR people watching, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to everybody here. So I'm going to do a couple little taps of this. This is the most crucial high spot because it's a little bit sharper than everything else. Anywhere where you see those lines pinching together, that's a high spot. It's protruding out. So it's like an outward dent. But I want to kind of address this and see what we're working with. So I'm going to try this one. I might find it's too aggressive and may have to go to something more blunt and surface area. Is my hand in your way? Can you see, Mike?
That's mine. Let's get that there. If he's going to charge it, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Okay? If he's going to charge it. If it's cash, great, take it. see he's tapping on the black line and bringing that metal down. How's it working, Joe?
It's working nice. It's actually.
Oh, it is going down.
I'm
Look at
watching.
that.
Yeah, I'm watching some of like the little divots, but I do need to be I needed something this is a little bit aggressive because it's a hard plastic.
You want me to get you anything?
But no, I think anything softer, then we stand the chance of
Making little micros?
creating
Oh,
a
yeah.
dimple beside there. And I'm watching that, and I'm watching the little dimples that are kind of forming in the metal. So I got to be careful with that. I'm just being mindful of it.
So, Robert's listening. He's like, "Cash is king." Good.
Ah, yes, it is.
Look at that. Look how good that's coming out. Okay. Joe, I'm gonna have to let you do your thing here. Okay. We got some people here waiting for me.
You got it.
We're gonna continue. We'll do part 2, so you can see how this is starting and going. Okay. I hope you guys thought this was helpful, and we'll see you guys on the next follow-up one. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. See ya. What do you think, Eliminator Sucky? Awesome. You should get it before I leave. Okay. Take care, guys.